routine. And when I say this is me, I'm this. Like this has you're like engulfed in it. Like it's
You're
larger than you.
you're really overestimating and overvaluing yourself. If I'm in a room where people are talking about a podcast,
Nah, that's cat.
no, 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 no,
You
no, no,
niggas
no,
talk about
no,
I'm
no.
y'all fucking life. Nigga, who you talking to?
Whose life? Who's y'all?
Me.
Who's y'all's? With me, I'm
You and
saying.
them.
The people that exhibit the behavior I'm talking about. Like I'm not putting names on bullets.
Why not
But
though?
this a
Why not
because
though?
because it's beneath me.
Sure.
It's beneath me. That's why. Like this
So
again, this whole
so
conversation, like it's
so
nothing
look.
to I
So
mean
if
it's
this was a Prince room and they was talking about Prince music, guess what I'm gonna talk about every fucking time? Me dancing on stage at
Joe
Madison
Budden.
Square Garden with Prince.
Joe Budden.
Yo, but you've been trying to run this
You're gonna
narrative
talk
for
about Joe Budden
years.
in the Prince
You've been
room
trying to
So
run
and
this
wait,
how we
so
listen
narrative
to
every
for
Purple
years,
day,
Rain
like I'm
so
together
so
in the
every
angry. But
rain.
meanwhile, the rejection all on your face, the egg on your. Why would you even? You want?
wait,
I
so
get what you're
every
doing.
day
I
they
get
You're
what you're
talk.
gonna
doing.
talk
Every day
I know
about
what
you're
you're
me
in
in
a
the
doing.
Prince
room.
room. That's
I know
facts.
what you.
What's good, people? It's your buddy Kitchen, and a lot has gone on this year, specifically for Joe Budden. Now, if you don't know, Joe Budden has just got into a heated debate, a heated quarrel with Raqi Thunda. Yes, if you don't know Raqi Thunda is a media personality. She's a radio host. She does a plethora of things, and she and Joe, their relationship goes way, way, way back. So they do have this love-hate relationship. One day they're friends, the next day they hate each other, and their relationship has been going on that way for quite a while. So much so that Joe Budden fans have grown to dislike her very much, because every time they come across her or anything she's saying, it is always something negative about Joe Budden. Now, this is in their words. They've said this multiple times online, in Twitter spaces, on a lot of platforms, even on Reddit. So today, Raqi comes into Queen's Flip Space. If you don't know Spaces, it's an app on Twitter. Is it an app on Twitter? Yeah, it's kind of an app on Twitter. It's where you can go live and have conversations with not only your followers, but from people all around the world. Now, Raqi comes into this space and it starts off pretty cool. Flip Space is a wild place. You get all wild characters from his network there. You get very, very weird stories. It's funny for the most part. So as I said, Raqi comes into the space. She talks with the different characters on the stage. She talks to Flip, she talks to Imani for a brief second, and then Joe comes onto the stage. And for some reason, this just turns left. Because the really funny thing is that Raqi and Joe have always been on spaces together. They just don't talk to each other. She talks to Imani. She talks to everybody but Joe. They're kind of each other's elephant in the room. But today is where they finally addressed each other, and they actually accused each other of spreading lies about one another.
If it was a part of my
It's a
history,
different weird. Like it's a really different weird. Like again, back to what
what
solid and
exactly is
sturdy
a
mean.
different? What is a different weird about it, Joe?
I have not said a word about
That's a fucking lie
you
because you know
in ages.
you have brought me up on your podcast several times
Yo,
since the
Rocky, I
phone.
asked him the same
Rocky,
with
you
Joe.
gotta stop. You
Yo, Rocky, I
gotta
asked him.
Yo,
stop.
He
you're
would.
gonna tell
Rocky, listen,
Joe, you're
listen.
gonna tell me that even
I
when I was managing old girl wasn't you was bringing up my company name. So you had the power of the mic and you've been able to say whatever you want, your little tidbits here and there, drop a little subliminal there. But when I do it, it's a problem. But you can do it whenever you feel like it, and it's not a problem because it's what you do.
Rocky, listen. I
No, no, no,
asked
no,
him
no, no. Wait,
about you.
let me have
Listen,
that ISO
listen,
with
listen. I
Joe.
gotta
Let me
say
have
this.
that ISO with Joe for a second.
You're right. Yeah, you're right, Rocky.
There's
Yeah.
no ISO. I
So
think that
Joe,
is a
so within
very
the year,
I think
within the
that is a
year,
very false parallel, but
no,
I mean
it's not
it's
a false parallel.
yours. It's yours.
Whenever you choose to say my name or say
Rocky, I don't
something,
say your name.
you have
I
Joe.
don't say your name. I don't talk to you. I don't talk about you. I
That's a
don't
fucking
gossip
lie.
about you. I don't tell people about
That's a
you.
fucking lie,
That whole
Joe.
run for me is
That is a
yesterday.
lie.
I'm
That's
telling you
a
something.
lie.
Hey,
That's
yo,
a lie.
listen,
You have
Rocky,
mentioned my name on your podcast
Rocky.
several times throughout the years. And I'm not saying whether it was good or bad. You have the right to mention my name or say something about me or drop a subliminal, whenever you choose. Now, when I do it, it's weird. Like that's not an even
Rocky.
playing
Well,
field.
you no,
Like
you're
not at
right
Yeah.
all.
because
And I
you
don't know.
just
And keep in mind, this conversation went on for, I'd say, just about over an hour. So they talked about a lot. They went round it in circles a lot as well. I feel like, in my opinion, they obviously do, I feel like they have love for each other. Especially Raqi, because she does talk about Joe as a friend. And she would talk about stories about their friendship. She would also talk about his family. They did seem like pretty close friends, but Joe doesn't want to really admit that. He just wants his audience to feel like she's this batshit crazy woman that is just after Joe and just stalking him and would do whatever it is just to sit next to him. I don't feel that way. I feel like they both were really good friends at one point, and for some reason it just didn't work. I'm talking like they're in a relationship or some shit. But friendships do fall apart is what I'm really just trying to say. Friendships don't last. Some friendships are only meant to last so long, and and that's okay. And maybe Joe and Raqi just aren't meant to be friends, and there's nothing wrong with that. But hey, what do I know, man? I'm just a guy with a YouTube channel. What do you guys feel like? Do you feel like Raqi is just some stalker that will not leave Joe alone under any circumstances? Do you feel like Joe is underplaying his friendship towards Raqi, because there is proof that they were pretty good friends? The Love and Hip Hop days, even before then, when Joe would have his YouTube channel. Well, he still has his YouTube channel. She would be in his old videos arguing about New York and different subjects. They seem like they were close friends. But hey, what do I know? Once again, let me know how you feel in the comments. It's your boy The Kitchen. Till next time, deuces.
Friends. He might switch that up now because that's what he does. He likes to, downplay shit. But his family, I absolutely love his family. From his little brother, sister, father, auntie, all of the like we've spent Thanksgivings together, cooked together, damn near lived together. So yeah, for me to pretend like okay, there isn't a gap with our friendship, like diminishing, that would be a fucking lie.
Yo,
yeah,
can you hear me? Rocky, you hear me? Yo, yo.
Yep.
Oh, you hear me? Um, yeah. I mean, all this shit to me is trivial, and I already expressed how I feel. I just don't think the people on the other side, where you probably engaged and had more of a better interaction with. I just don't think they should be privy to them stories because them niggas don't got a real respect for us, whether they fans or not, or whether they build community. They don't fuck with us and they don't really want to see no good come across us. So fuck them getting insights of what our relationships were. Even if there's no friendship there should still be some level of respect. And the respect part comes in them not being privy to certain shit. So that's the only thing I would say about any of all this shit. Other than that, I don't really give two fucks about this. I think this shit is trivial and people
Yeah.
gonna feel how they feel. But
Can I?
fuck them. Like for me, them niggas
Biggie.
don't respect us. They don't have a respect for us. They don't speak about us in a respectful way. Which